welcome to Let's Talk with Victory. I'm Leisha Lee. Ladies, welcome. Good to see you all.
Hey.
How y'all doing today?
Good.
Do y'all ever think about it when somebody say, how y'all doing? How you doing? Is it how you doing or how are you doing?
Depends on who you ask.
Well, today's topic, y'all know the holidays are coming up. So today we're going to talk about Thanksgiving, and I cannot wait. I'm just like picturing all the different meals in my, you know, close your eyes and you get a visual, and you're like, yes, and then your mouth start watering. But yeah, so.
I'm here for all of it.
You're here for all of it. So during Thanksgiving, do you all have like a big dinner gathering, or is it like a small gathering? How does your Thanksgiving go?
Well, for me, it's just me and my sister that's here. So it's her family and my family. So we normally pick one of our houses if we don't go home to Ohio. So it's a nice size. I mean, it's probably about 10 of us. And then, you know, she got a phone say now. So, you know, it'll, you know, expand, you know, to more. But, yeah, it turns into she cook, I cook, and we come together. Or I just go to her house. So I don't have to haul no dishes and clean up afterwards.
Nice.
Well, for my house, it starts off small and then it turns big. So we'll have something. We'll cook for the house because my son, you have to have food always prepared. And then we go to my in-laws and my family's house. So it starts off small and then it gets bigger.
Okay.
In the Locks household, we all go to mom and dad's. It's my sister and I. So her family actually moved to North Carolina. So I'm not sure she's going to be coming back this year. But if not, you know, it'll be myself and my daughter and my parents at their house. And we all kind of chip in and everybody brings something.
Okay.
And for me, actually, it's a big traditional family gathering. And we also have a small intimate one where it's just me, my husband, our daughter, her friend, and my grandson.
Oh, nice. Yes, ma'am.
Last but not least, I'm pressing this button. Hello. It is all about family, especially now that we have young people in our family. We have kids in our family. I have 2 little twin cousins and their older brother. So it is all about them. So really trying to make sure we keep some kind of tradition alive for them. So we will be gathering with my cousin. She's become my kind of like, she really stepped into the role my grandmother used to play, whether she wants to acknowledge it or not. So we kind of gather around her and her family. So yeah, it's definitely going to be family time.
Yeah.
Nice. So with my family, everybody cooks, and we might go from house to house. But I might start with like my mother, she'll cook or whatever, and like my siblings will be there, my sisters, my brother. But my siblings have a lot of kids, so it's like, how many? I have 8 nieces and nephews now. So that's a good little group by itself. But I still go to like my aunt's house, and then all of my cousins will be there and everything, my uncles and my father and everything. So yeah, it's usually a larger gathering versus like a smaller gathering. But we don't really have. My next question was going to be, do you all do like any activities? Like, we don't really plan any activities. The kids just be running around. We might like put on some music or something and dance or whatever, or put on a movie or something and watch a movie and everything. So do you all have any, do you plan any activities, or y'all just go with the flow?
Yeah, we go with the flow, but it normally turns into either the spades, somebody about to get their head cracked, okay? Or it turned into the music. We're going to go through the old school. And then my niece, she hilarious because she a big social media person. So now she putting all these crazy snaps, and we don't know we looking ugly. You know, we just all kind of stuff is happening that you don't know is happening until she put it in the family group later. And you like, really? That's what you're going to do to me? You know what I mean? But, you know, it does turn into family fun and, you know, games and jokes and memories. And, you know, because I think it's important to keep those traditions alive. You know, you talk about times past and people that probably, you know, isn't with us anymore. So this year would be really different because my sister passed. It's been a year now since my sister passed, and then my brother passed before her. So, you know, it's it'll be different this year. But again, we do keep the traditions alive because she has children, and I still got children, and my sister got children. So I think that's important.
Okay.
I was going to say we do plan activities. Our activity is eating. That's our activity.
That's a good one.
That part. Yeah, so that's it. And like you stated too, the memories, we do that and we reflect on old times and other family members that were here.
Yes.
Marcella, do y'all have any activities?
Well, we try to, after eating, we try to make sure that no one goes to sleep because of all the food. But we did. We played board games. My daughter's the youngest of all the nieces. So we try to make sure that we have like some type of board game or something. Sometimes the cousins will get together and do like a little talent show or what have you. But other than that, just keep it family, have fun, watch maybe a Thanksgiving movie or something to keep the family together.
Nice.
I think it's mostly joke time. Like,
Yeah.
I know my brother and I used to be the ones who kept the family comedy routine going. So I'm looking for a new partner, so I'm reaching out to my cousins. But then I think because we have so many little ones, I end up doing things with them. So I'm the cousin who plays. So I get drafted for basketball. My little cousin is in dance, and then she has one of these like play microphones. I also have one. So I am planning karaoke with her. So I'm just looking forward to being with my little people.
We don't plan activities, but we always end up watching football and yelling and at the TV and, seeing what's left over to pack up to leave eventually.
Take a plate.
Yeah, you plan your plate before you leave.
Right. Yeah, because I was going to say, we used to watch, like if you start early enough, you know how people come early while the food is still cooking. It used to be like King Kong used to come on, like the Turkey Bowl parade, those type of things. So we do watch it a little bit at home, but now we don't like to eat at 5 and 6. Like we looking for the food to be ready by 1 and 2 because I didn't miss my coffee, I didn't miss breakfast. So I'm calling like, at least is your sweet potato pie ready so I can start with the pie. Some stuff I start at night, but some stuff need to be
If
fresh.
it ain't done the day before, I'm not doing it. I'm not cooking on
No,
Thanksgiving.
I'm up all night on purpose because I need them to taste it. And
Oh, that's cute.
I'm wondering what this old food tastes like that you made the day before.
Listen,
It's old.
I stay in my lane. I'm not the chef in my house. So if you want something from me, it has to be simple. Spaghetti, chicken, or something like that.
Okay, so wait.
But my thing is baking. I love to bake. So I'll do the cookies and stuff like that. So they like them, so I keep producing them. Like I get orders from people at my husband's job, and I'm like, where the money? We ain't doing this for nice.
But it's cold by the next day.
Heat it up. Put it in the oven.
Okay, so what is on you all's menu? Is it like, do you stick to traditional food? Do you come up with new recipes? Or like, what's on the menu?
Somebody says spaghetti, and I'm like, this is definitely.
that's Friday, spaghetti and chicken. Well, I think a lot of people have changed the tradition though. Now I do dressing, macaroni and cheese, greens, I do potato salad. Maybe some
Everything
green
is
beans, sweet
big
potato
tradition.
pie, candy yams. Like my sister, she a big corn person. So it's a few extra things that we do. But I know some people turn it into seafood. They make it non-traditional, contemporary. And for me, it's taking away the feel of Thanksgiving because I ain't really cooking like that throughout the years. Now, some people do. So, they like, oh, I'm sick of that. Let's do something different. No, I need the dressing. I need to smell the sage and the onions and the celery and the chicken broth.
Down to that good soul food.
Yes. And, onions, tomatoes with my greens and my
Yeah, stores are
cornbread.
making a lot of money off selling crabs, crab cakes, shrimp,
Yeah.
that whole seafood thing. I guess I don't know if that's for vegans or what. I don't know.
I know that's the thing, because now I think around the holidays you get so many, dietary restrictions. So you have your pescatarians, you have your vegans, and you have to kind of
All you eat-ems.
factor those people in. I think that's where you get those.
Yeah, well, we don't have none of them, so we don't factor them in. They ain't coming through.
No.
And then now too, the grocery stores, restaurants are making it easy for you to have a traditional, dinner.
Yeah.
They pretty much make it for you. I'm very fortunate that we have excellent cooks in our family, so we haven't had to go that route.
Yeah.
But they make it possible for you to have that traditional meal.
They do. Now, the only thing I buy out is a honey ham. I like to go to the honey baked ham place to get my ham.
Richardson's?
It's a certain, like a specific store you
Go
go
on
to?
and say it's expensive because I'm buying it. The little piece, I'm buying it, okay? I only buy it once a year. I'm buying it. It's this big. $50. I'm buying it. Okay.
Wait, how big?
Jesus.
And I'm
it's
exaggerating,
small?
but it is small, but it's worth it. I'm buying it.
You gonna get this to her. You
The
don't
honey hams are good.
Oh. I mean, I don't really eat ham like that, but if I need, like,
Go there.
sometimes I'll be like, all right, I'm going to get just a little piece, might get like
You
one or
only
two
need a little
pieces.
piece. I don't need no bunch of pork, high blood pressure. I don't
Right.
need that. I just need a
You just
little-
drink a lot of
This is
water.
the time of year where I need it.
Yes,
Like it's a
just,
part of
I need it.
the ensemble. Like it
Yeah,
goes
that's
with
what
the
the potato
turkey.
salad.
You need something to put that potato salad on. It tastes right with the yams. Like you need that. So if anything, if I'm having ham, it's definitely Thanksgiving and Christmas
Okay.
and Easter.
Okay.
And maybe a deli sandwich. Okay, I'm eating pork.
Marcella, do you all have a traditional
We
Thanksgiving?
do. We do the mac and cheese, the stuffing or dressing, ham, honey ham. Now, because of now we're not really turkey people, but my mom, we always do the turkey. But there are other meats that I also put in, like spare ribs or a baked chicken or something like that. For those who are not particular about the turkey, collard greens, what is it? Potato salad, the whole traditional candy yams. You better not have your mac and cheese and don't have the candy yams because that's going to offset everybody. So it's just a regular traditional soul food Thanksgiving dinner.
Let me ask you this. Do you all put, so for me, when I get some collard greens, I got to put hot sauce on my collard greens and cabbage. I don't know what it is, but I love spicy food, but I got to put hot sauce
I used
in
I
it.
don't have to, but I will.
Okay.
Yes.
I don't have to, but I will.
Yeah.
And especially if they're my own collards, I do exactly what I want to do.
And I wasn't raised on kale. So I was talking to my client and she was like, oh, I do kale and it turned out so good.
Yes.
So now I'm implementing a little bit of kale in there, or I do kale and collards instead of collard, mustards, and turnips because, that's, so, you switch it up. It
Yeah, we
just
do
depends.
Oh, that's how
I just
Granny
eat-
used to do it. She used to mix them
Yes.
greens. Yes.
No, please don't make let me know because I'm allergic to kale.
Oh, you allergic
Oh,
to
see,
kale?
she the
turn into
dietary
Freddy
restriction.
Krueger.
Okay. All right, so you got separated from Marcella. Ms. Dawn, how about you?
I was going to say, we actually do both. We incorporate both. So when we do the traditional dinner with my family, it's the things that you guys mentioned, all of the sides and the turkey, just everything with that. But when we do the intimate, smaller dinner at our home, we don't eat beef and we don't eat any pork, me and my husband. So we do. Each year, the menu actually changes. I don't cook anything, just sweet potatoes and stuffing. And I bake some rolls. Not homemade rolls, though, Pillsbury rolls. But we change it. He might do like a jerk turkey, a curry turkey, things like that. It was seafood. Actually, we got away from seafood, too. We just eat maybe just like fish and salmon, but we don't have that for Thanksgiving.
Okay.
Yeah, so we actually, like I said, we incorporate both. We do traditional at my home and the untraditional dinner, and with my family, just traditional.
Well, let me know when y'all making the jerk turkey again.
I also would like to know when that
So
will be
good,
available.
I know.
Well, I'm just putting my order in Ministries for her husband to fry my turkey. So don't forget.
Now, do you all have a favorite dish to cook?
No, I'll cook them all.
I do cook them all, but I can do a mean macaroni and cheese,
What?
and sweet potatoes, the candy yams. Yes, those are mine.
Okay.
Well, I'm
now,
a
wait.
potato salad person. Yeah, they like.
So, Marcella, what do you put in your sweet potatoes?
My candy yams.
Candy yams?
Candy yams.
Oh, I'm sorry, candy yams.
They gotta be candy
same
yams.
thing.
Candy
No.
yams.
Yams
No,
and
they
sweet
different. Right,
potatoes is
candy
two
yams
I don't
is
eat either
different.
one of them,
How they,
so.
yeah, they are different.
It's not the same. So first of all, a lot of people don't do this anymore, but traditionally, the way that I was taught, first of all, you gotta broil your sweet potatoes. And then, because after you do that and it gets nice, then the skin will just fall off. You're not sitting there having to peel anything. And then you cut them up in nice little slices. You put your butter and you put your little cinnamon and your little spices on there, and you let it sit. And
Wait,
you layer
spices?
it.
What spices? you
Don't
put
you
in?
give all your secrets away, girl.
Oh no! Right.
Well, not giving the secrets away, but I'm just wondering because I
Little
know
nutmeg.
like okay,
Yeah,
so
nutmeg and
yeah,
cinnamon,
so I know
yeah.
some people put nutmeg. Some people people make it different.
Brown sugar, butter,
Right, brown
marshmallows.
sugar,
I mean, where you going
I
with
don't
it?
do the marshmallows.
She
'cause
said
my family's
marshmallows.
not
Where
a
you
big
going
on
with?
I don't care for that either, the marshmallows. Yeah.
Now,
I
you
can go
do
without the
have
marshmallows.
marshmallows, girl. They good. Toasted
Really?
on top. Ooh.
Well, I guess the person that made it, I wasn't really interested in even eating it or looking at it.
Oh my
Oh, well,
goodness.
you got to eat some.
Okay.
Now I know somebody who puts syrup in their sweet potato.
Yeah, sir.
King
Put a little
syrup.
Really?
Back in the day, the king syrup.
That king
Yes,
syrup is thick as I don't know
If you
what.
can't cook, just say you can't.
Yeah, just and you need salted butter, real, not margarine.
That.
Okay,
That
okay.
syrup is a shortcut.
Okay, that's kind of what I was thinking. I was like, everybody don't put it. Can you make it like from scratch with the cinnamon and the
Right,
sugar and the
So
butter?
Now, wait a
and
minute,
everything?
everybody ain't making
But-
from scratch now. Now you can get the can and doctor up the can,
no.
or
Oh,
you can
okay,
make,
okay.
or you can make them from scratch.
Okay, okay.
But the syrup really ain't a cheat. It just depends on how sweet you like them. See, I like mine. I like mine sweet.
Okay.
Yeah.
But you get the syrup if you go low and slow with your sugar, your brown sugar, your cinnamon,
No,
your
it's
nutmeg.
quick, Lavelle.
Get
I
that
got too many
syrup
things
effect.
to make.
Low and slow.
Syrup
Okay.
effect.
You make your own syrup.
Okay.
Yeah,
Demetrius,
with the
what
brown
about-
sugar and stuff.
Okay. Do you have a favorite dish to cook?
I like fried turkey.
You like fried turkey, but do you fry the
Her
turkey?
husband frying the turkey.
I assist in the preparation. I buy the oil,
Go
I
ahead.
buy the
Go
food, but I'm not cooking it.
Okay, she sound like me. Yeah, I'll buy the food. I'll put up, give you the money to get it, or
Yep.
I'll go to the store and get it, bring it all in. Okay. Do you have a favorite dish to cook?
So I am assuming the mantle this year. I make a couple of things. I'm well known, and people here have had them for my Coley's original soul beans. So I make my green beans.
Oh, okay.
Excellent. But my brother used to make the collard greens. So now I am assuming the mantle for those. So I'll be making collards this year. I've been making them, but his were the preferred. Like they would think my grandmother was still here somewhere
What?
making the greens the way he used to make them. So I'm pulling on him to talk me through. So I'm doing all things green, cabbage. I'm on sides this year. My
nice.
cousin's husband is an awesome chef, so he's doing the heavy lifting. So we're just supporting.
You was about to say something, Miss Dawn.
Yeah, I was
Saw you
gonna
raise
say.
your mic.
Yeah, I was gonna say I have a favorite dish
What's your
to
favorite
cook:
dish?
boiling eggs.
Oh my.
She's supposed to say boiling water.
It has nothing to do with Thanksgiving, but that's my favorite meal to cook. It's boiling eggs. Can't go
You
wrong.
just boil them or you making like deviled eggs?
I just boil them, but sometimes I leave them on and they bust everywhere. So I'm not even good with that.
It's okay, stay in your lane, sis.
I know, I do. And it's the slow lane, so I stay there.
Oh my gosh. Well, I really don't do any cooking, but the reason I don't do cooking is because like I don't cook because everybody else cook. Oh right. So I'm like, all right, well, like my sister, she gets in the kitchen and one of my sisters, she just cook. She don't care. We can plan a meal, and it could be not even for Thanksgiving. It could be like a weekend, maybe on a Sunday or something. And we'll say, all right, y'all, we gonna get together, have dinner or whatever. We gonna have this, that, and the third. She come in, we'll say maybe 3 or 4 items. This girl, you would think it was Thanksgiving on a regular Sunday. She go overboard, but she'll say she going overboard. She went overboard, but the food be good though. She can cook. My mother can cook too. My brother, one of my brothers, he cook like he'll make breakfast and he'll throw in some steak and eggs and all that. Like when I say my siblings cook, they cook. So I'm like, all right, fine. All y'all got kids, all y'all cook. I'm just gonna come on over.
Now I have a question. Do you think that's because it's several of y'all? Like I'm the only child. So do you think that came from it being so many of y'all had to fend for yourselves or cook for each other, or the oldest cook for the youngest?
No, I think everybody I don't think so. Because I used to cook. Like, when they were, I'm not going to say when they were too young to cook, but being the oldest, I would cook sometimes or whatever. But No, I don't think it was because we had to like fend for ourselves or nothing. Cause my mother would still cook and my father would cook sometimes too. Like everybody can cook. I just choose not to because they did.
And see, that was our thing. Like, my mom was very deliberate. Like, I'm teaching you guys to cook,
wow.
so
That's
at one
nice.
point I can sit back and I don't have to. And I did not really cook that. Like, I studied her, my grandmother growing up, but until I went to live by myself, then I had to really cook. My brother was interested in it. He was really gifted in that area, so he also watched. But he really flourished with it, whereas I had to do it out of necessity. I had to figure, like, okay, wait a minute.
I think that's what happened
Go
with
home, get
me.
a recipe, like, Mom, what I put in here? How long?
Now, every now and then, depending on what it is, if I decide to like make something at home or whatever, because it's only me, so sometimes I do go ahead and cook. If I do, I make too much, and I'm calling my sister like, y'all can come get some food, because yeah, I made too much. It's only me. I'm not gonna eat it. It's gonna go bad. But yeah, go ahead, Marcella.
No, I was going to say the same thing with like Laval. My mother would make my sister and I come in the kitchen when she was preparing food and show us, well, this is what you put in this is what you put in that, and then here, you take the spoon, you measure this. So we had to understand the difference of preparing a Sunday's meal or just preparing a meal every day. So we had that experience of being in the kitchen with her.
Nice. Go ahead.
I was just gonna say, she mentioned stuffing. I like dressing, and there is a difference.
Now, okay.
Explain that.
Go ahead. Go ahead. Get into it.
So stuffing you buy from the store. You get it in a box. You put some hot water in it, and it turns fluffy.
Put some
And you
sausage
serve
in it and dress it up.
Okay. So I like to make dressing. Dressing,
Okay.
I'm making the cornbread from scratch. I might put a little jiffy in it just for, the sweetness, right? Mix it in the cornbread. I'm getting the chicken broth or turkey broth, my onions, my celery. I'm getting my sage. I'm putting, I put a can of cream of mushrooms in it. Some people put the oysters in it. It just depends on how you like it. But there's definitely is a difference than buying the box out the store.
You blessing the people today, giving them the whole recipe. No excuse at this point.
There's definitely.
Let's talk what victory has gotten y'all together for Thanksgiving. So
There's
be clear.
definitely.
They giving you the stuff.
I didn't know all that came in stuffing, like
Yes.
No, dressing.
dressing. Okay.
Yes, we do. And some people put like liver in it, like
Liver,
liver pudding or
yeah,
something. Yeah, my
yeah.
aunt used to make it, and it really was good.
Yeah, and then you get your turkey parts or your chicken
Yes,
parts, and
that's
you
what
put
she
it
used to
in there, and
use.
you put it in the
Yes,
oven. You got to
yep.
put butter in it. You got to put eggs in it, so it to stick together. It's a whole little recipe.
That's
but
a lot of work.
Stuffing,
Now, do you put it in the turkey before? You know what I'm saying? Do you put it in the turkey while the turkey's still in the oven?
No.
Or
I
do
cook
you,
my
like,
turkey separate because you got to make sure
Okay.
the turkey's done. Now, the dressing is really prepared stuff already. So you just need it to heat and mesh together because the
Okay.
stuff you putting in there is already pretty much done. So you just want to put your turkey parts on or your chicken parts on top and then let it get golden brown, on top.
Well, I'm talking about after the turkey, like after the turkey done and whatever, and you don't put the dressing in the stuff.
Oh,
the turkey
inside the turkey?
at all? Yeah.
Oh, no. Nietzsche's husband going to fry my turkey. So
Oh, okay.
I'm just going to set it on top to keep the skin crispy.
Got you. What about anybody else? Do y'all put the
No.
dressing or stuffing in the turkey?
No, I've never actually had it that way. I actually seen it,
I
but
see
I
it,
never
but
had it
it's
that way.
pointless. I don't need to stick
Yeah,
my
I just was
hand
gonna
in
say
it.
after it's done,
Only
I
thing
don't.
I'm going in
Yeah,
there
right,
for to get them
right,
gizzards
to
and
get
stuff
right,
out.
get the
But
little
he don't do
yes.
that when he.
I thought that was just for show on TV.
Yeah, that's all. That's why I said I seen it. I never actually thought it was really real. Well, I guess not.
Look, hey,
I'm glad that you got the one you got. Because he
And going back to what you had asked, I'm also the only child, but it was the opposite for me. My mother never cooked. So actually, I had to
Mine
cook for
didn't
myself. My mother never cooked. I mean, I could count on my fingers how many times she cooked, and I'm still on one hand. But she never actually cooked, and I had to cook like for my cousins and everything when they came over. So I think by me cooking so at an early age and so many times, now I'm just all cooked out. And now I can't cook anything. You know, I can't cook anything, and I can't cook it right. So let me.
Now, sometimes I
say
will
that.
try little things I see on, like the desserts and stuff that I see on social media, and I be trying that in the house thinking I'm a chef. But yeah, not too much. So last question, well, I'm not gonna say last question, but Thanksgiving, you know, we talk about the food, we get into like the games and the activities, but what are some things that you all are actually thankful for?
I'm actually thankful for life.
Okay.
Life. I mean, just going through a whole lot of things in 2022 and just actually being here, I'm really grateful, I'm thankful, I'm blessed, and I'm just excited, like I said, to be here, you know. So that's it.
Same thing for me. Just grateful for life, being in my right mind, breathing. Yeah, because I had a lot of challenges this year, from January all the way up to now, and I'm still going through. But I'm just grateful that I'm still here and I'm still needed.
Hallelujah.
I am thankful and grateful for restoration and a restart. The past couple of years have been challenging, and you would never know because I'm not one to show. But God,
Yes.
God decided
Yes,
to
yes,
say,
yes.
you know what, you've been through enough. This is your turn to have the pressed down, the shaken together, and the runneth over. And I am grateful and thankful for that opportunity.
Who want to go next? Elder?
Go.
I would say more than ever, I'm more grateful for my family. I think in times past, I may have taken for granted that they would always be here. And after having some losses and some illnesses, I realized those people mean more to me than I ever really imagined. So I'm really looking forward to pulling close to them. And then I'm also thankful that God keeps, giving me a spirit of endurance. Like, I got to see what's next.
Yeah.
I know that this is not the end. It's not, it doesn't end with COVID. It doesn't end with a pandemic. It doesn't end with inflation. It's more, it's more, it's more. And day by day, he's just showing me there's more to see. So he's continued to keep me and pressing forward. So I'm grateful for him for that.
Thank God.
All right. Would you like to
Oh,
share,
yes.
Elder?
I'm thankful, like Lavelle said, for family. I'm thankful that, all that I've needed, God has provided. I don't have to struggle. I thank God for it. You can sit at the Thanksgiving table and you don't need the bag from the church, but you'll take the bag from the church. You know what I'm saying? You don't need the, whatever, but, I'll take it if it's offered to me. So I just thank God, for the favor of God on my life. I really do. And like I said, like Lavelle mentioned, without family, I'm not sure, things could have gone a different way. Yep. But I'm just thankful for everything. Every trial, every tribulation, every circumstance, every child, every family member, every dollar, every nickel, every resource, every everything.
Yeah. To be able to
Amen.
count it all joy.
Yes.
To count it all joy,
Yeah.
knowing
Yes.
that these diverse temptations work as patience. That patience have its perfect work, so we complete lacking nothing. I'm so grateful that
Yes.
I can still count.
Yes.
And my eyes are open to count.
Yes.
Somebody asked me how I was doing the other day, and I heard just like a kind of raggedy day. But I said, I can't complain. I am in the land of the living. I can't complain. So I'm just, thankful for y'all too.
Yes, you too. Thank you.
Well, I'm thankful for so much. As you all had mentioned, thankful for family, and it's just the grace of God that we're all where we are today. And I couldn't be more thankful for that. And I can go so much further, but we are out of time. So we want to thank Pastor Tony Smith and Victorious Ministries for allowing us to be a part of the vision. Thank you for those who joined us today. We hope you learned some new recipes today. And we hope that you have a really, really good Thanksgiving. Until next time, bye-bye.
See ya.